Sam is joining us now live from Estonia. Sam, just walk us through the importance of this rare earths facility and how does it fit into the wider push, really, that we have seen from the EU in terms of becoming more independent when it comes to critical raw materials?
Hi, good morning, Sylvia. Exactly right. So we're here in Narva in Estonia at NEO's rare earth magnet plant. As you mentioned, it's Europe's largest rare earth magnet plant, and we've been learning a little bit about the process of how they're making these magnets. It's a highly technical, highly complex process. So I've got here some of what you can see initially as they start to make them. These are kind of alloyed cornflakes or maybe like jigsaw piece puzzles, and then through the process of crushing and grinding some more, you get something like this, which is a glossy magnet which is critical for the function of modern technology, whether that be electric vehicles, AI applications, offshore wind turbines, the list goes on. And as you mentioned, it's in this context of the EU's Resource EU initiative. This was a push to mobilize about €3 billion or $3.5 billion over the next 12 months to support raw materials projects like this and help break China's mineral dominance. The reaction to this has been pretty mixed. We've got those who say this is a major step in the right direction and have welcomed it with cautious optimism, to those who say this risks becoming something of a rebranding exercise, and actually there is much more that needs to be done. Ultimately, however, actually escaping China's mineral orbit remains a massive challenge. And with that, back to you.
Next, Sam, just for a moment, because as far as I understand it, we have this facility, which obviously is based in Europe. There's European cash behind it, but you also have a Canadian company developing it. Just walk us through this new geopolitical framework, ultimately, when thinking about how to find more of these materials.
Yeah, that's right. I think one area in the world that the European Union could look to is actually Japan. Japan has been something of a canary in the coal mine, which has quietly been blazing a trail to diversify its supply chains and reduce its concentration risk on China, particularly in the context of rare earths. It was actually in 2010 that China and Japan had a territorial dispute, and it was enough to put Japanese policymakers into panic mode because China put export restrictions on the rare earths going to Tokyo. And as a result, it's been able to make meaningful progress. It's got its concentration risk down from more than 90% to roughly 60% today. So it shows you there's a lot that can be done to get this concentration risk down, but it is something as well of a sobering lesson for the EU, because it shows that even after 15 years of hard work, Japan still gets most of its rare earths from China.